Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show with your host, Anthony Sain. Now, let's get to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain, here with my guy, man, super producer, big dog with Bluff City Media, Kenny Stubblefield's in the building. What's going on, my guy? What's up, bro?
Man, it's a beautiful day outside, dude. It's a beautiful day.
Oh, who you lying, man? I mean, so you ain't lying. Who you telling? But I meant to say, who you telling? You ain't lying. Weather is great outside. Weather is great inside here. I had a guy. I can't remember what I said when I ticked some guy, but he was like, something about your basement show won't last long. something like if something happened to Grizzlies moved to Nashville or something, your basement show gonna shut down. Like, hey, bro, I gotta plan on keeping this going, bro. I
don't know. All
right, hate to disappoint you, but
hate to break it to you.
Hey, but here's the thing. I wish I did have a basement though. That's actually my dream. I keep speaking them things over my life, man.
Yeah.
But I do want a basement bad as hell. I would love to have a basement show. Like if I had a basement, I would have that mother decked out.
Man, acting like that's a bad thing. Like, nah, bro. Yeah. Like, you know how dope it would be to have like a
fucking basement.
Hey,
where that house at in Memphis? Hey,
give me 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, where that house at in the basement? Where is that house at in Memphis, bro? Sign me up for sure, man. But
I got a question for you though, bro. Why is your house burning down behind you?
I don't know, man. Hey, the house is on fire, man. I have a live flame. Hey, y'all see my phone? That's a phone charger. Y'all see that joint behind me, man? The basketball hoop. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Something for the people, man. Hold on, man.
Somebody,
isn't that the dopest thing?
Yeah. Somebody in the comments was like, Anthony's background is burning down as he's talking.
Yeah, man. Hold on, watch this.
Oh,
but yeah, man. I like cool stuff, man. I got another. That's a diffuser, by the way. I'm a big cool stuff like stuff. And that's my phone charger with the AirPod case.
Yeah.
You throw the watch over the back. You take the rim off. Throw the phone on like so.
That's good. Look at that.
Hey, man, it's just hard, man. It's hard.
That just shows you. Hey, that just shows you right now we are live. It is 12:03. It is 12:03. This isn't pre-recorded. We are live right now.
We live. So bring y'all. Hey, YouTube don't let me cuss no more. I started noticing my shows don't do nearly as good when I be cooking with the cuss.
That's why I said 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Yeah. Let the algorithm look for 10 minutes before you start.
Yeah, man. Let this just breathe. Bring y'all unbathed buttocks into the comments, man. For sure.
Apparently, YouTube doesn't like us cussing, and they don't like us
talking about Shedeur
Sanders in the first 10 minutes. Apparently.
Yeah, man. But yeah, speaking of that, man, thank y'all for the support. The numbers have been going well. Thank y'all for liking stuff, commenting, sharing this joint, all those type of things, subscribing. Our subscribers went from like 2,000 subs at the beginning of the season to like I think 20. I think we're almost at like 20K right now.
We're at 16K right now.
Yeah,
shout out to No Bluffing. I think Chris is in here right now. Shout out to
my dogs.
Ball and Brawl. That's the coolest name ever. In the Face Sports Ball and Brawl. If y'all are in the comment section, man, we're watching it. We're paying attention to it.
We live, man.
Yeah, bring your comments. We'll bring it up. We might even talk some shit to Anthony. We might even say something.
Yeah, don't talk some feces. Talk feces. Yeah, we try. Hey, man, hey, cause the numbers be getting hurt, man. We'll be cussing on this job for sure. So yeah. But man, it has been a good week, man. Check out the Jaylen Wells interview. I was just talking about that on the Jason and John show. Literally just got off the radio talking about that. Man, I'll say this about Jaylen Wells, man. Like I said, Kenny, we've been through a lot of these. We've worked in youth organizations, seeing the Tony Allens, the Zach Randolphs, the Mike Conleys, Rudy Gay, Lionel Hollins. We've seen all these, events, and there's always a million PR people there and people from the Grizzlies and, hey, come do this. And it's so scripted. Man, that dude was there, drove his own car.
Yeah.
Had his script written out, like his notes. He said, oh, man, I'm nervous. This is a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Like, Jaylen Wells is an amazing young man, bro. And the time that we spent with him, y'all saw what was recorded. We spent more time just having, candid conversation with him. He is an amazing young man that I look forward to seeing Memphis across his chest for hopefully years and years to come.
Yeah, he's one of those kind of guys you look at and you go, there's two things that I noticed with Jaylen, and I said this on the $2 Sports Show yesterday. I'm realizing how old me and you are getting, Anthony.
Oh yeah, we old. Bro.
Like this dude he's still a kid, man. But like, imagine being that age, that 23, 24 years old, with millions of dollars in his bank account,
Right.
and saying, and like recovering from, has every reason to just go and like, hide away and get healthy and do whatever he wants to do this summer. Just go have a good time. But this man, like you said, just the levels of maturity, and being and showing like, man, I wanted to come here. The engagement, like finding out about what Bruce Elementary,
history of the school,
of the school, and all that. Even off the record, like off the camera, he was so interested in talking about that and hearing about that kind of stuff. He's like, man, I just want to know about Memphis, man. I want to know about. I want to be engaged in this city, and he's one of those kind of guys you look at and you go, man, like, your basketball skill is going to continue to grow. You're going to be a member of this team for probably a long time.
Yeah.
And yet you look at it and go, his impact could be so much even greater than just on the basketball court, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's just such a good kid.
Yeah. Signing every autograph with a smile, taking every picture, not rolling his eyes, not looking like he was ready to go.
Yeah.
And he had somebody with him. He didn't come alone. And he was like, man, we're here, man. This is what we're doing. You know what I mean? And I would tell you what surprised me the most, man. When he said something, I was like, man, this dude, we might be blood. Like, he said, man, I'm not really a barbecue guy, mainly because the barbecue place, mac and cheese is nasty. And bro,
it's true.
It's true. That is a very unspoken but needs to be said more thing about the city of Memphis, bro. The barbecue place, macaroni and cheese is ass. Like, I ain't had good macaroni and cheese at that one barbecue place. But he said he's a soul food guy. Brother, man, we go get some soul food as soon as we left that joint, man. So, hey, if anybody got some good greens, man, I'm down for it.
I'll tell you this. You talk about the mac and cheese. The banana pudding at most barbecue places are trash too. Like,
I can't get with you on that one, bro, because I know two off the top that's good.
Well, that and it's the banana pudding that tells me whether or not the barbecue place is good, right? Like,
I give you that now.
Like, if the banana pudding is good, the food, the real dish, the entrees are going to be fire. If it's bad,
it makes you think though, like who made the decision of, like, let's put, because banana pudding pair good as hell with some good ass barbecue.
Yes.
Like, I wonder who decided to like make that a thing, right? You know what I mean? Like baked beans and barbecue go together. Coleslaw, potato salad go good. But who knew that banana pudding to slap so hard with the barbecue?
It slaps, bro.
Yeah, for sure. So good mac and cheese do too, but it got to be some good mac and cheese. It can't be no trash.
What's your definition of good mac and cheese?
Man, that junk got to be creamy and baked. It got to have the baked appeal, and it can't be no dried macaroni and cheese. It got to be baked. I got to see something burn on that junk.
You got to see some cheese on top with the
burn.
Yeah,
it got to be the casserole type vibe. But it can't be dried out either, though, man. Yeah, for sure. But shout out to Jaylen Wells again, man. Just an exciting interview to have with him. Just truly an honor, man. Just to see somebody who gets it, a young man who came here and understands I have to pour into the city where I work for, man. Like, and it was something that his dad said. That he said his dad said. I'm like, man, that I want to be like Fred Wells as a parent to my son Gabe, because he said, I asked him, was when you were a little kid this age, was your dream to be a basketball player? He said, yeah, it was. This was plan A. He said, I also had another plan A. He said, I didn't have a plan B, right? And that's what I'm teaching Gabe, man, like, for real. And I started thinking after he said that, like, we tell kids all the time, like, don't get you a plan B. Don't get so caught up in the NBA. Only so many people go to the NBA, right? Only so many kids go to the NFL. But guess what? Somebody's got to go to the NFL.
Somebody's got to go.
Somebody's got to go to the NBA.
Right.
And Jaylen Wells' dad told him, bro, you're going to the NBA. And it happened. And now that's not always going to happen. But he treated it like a plan A. And his other options were plan A as well, man. I love that philosophy. Kudos to Jaylen Wells for sure. To agreeing to let us exclusively cover that event, man. There was no one else there, and I really enjoyed that opportunity, for sure.
And and I'll say this: if there's any other, we know that all the players' agents. If y'all are watching, y'all know we
watching. Hey, look how we do your folks, man.
Come on,
look how we do your folks, man.
Hit us up. Hit us up.
You ain't got to go through the Grizzlies, man. Just holler at your boy, man.
Just talk to us, man.
We got our own photography, videography. The sound was crispy. Come on, man. Hey, we were super professional, man. We're accommodating to the brother time and all that type of stuff. Hey, man.
Come talk to us.
Holler at your boy, man. This is what we do, man. But no, we are here live today. Thank y'all for chiming in with us today, taking time out of your super busy days, I'm sure, to rock with us, man. We're going to talk about a couple things.
Yep.
Kenny, I've been watching the NBA playoffs, right? I've been watching as many games as I can. I'll be honest with you. I work doing entertainment throughout the city of Memphis 3 to 4 nights a week, sometimes 5. I'm off tonight, so I'll be able to watch the games tonight in totality. But 9 times out of 10, if I'm watching a game, even a Grizzlies game, I don't hear the commentary. Like a guy was like, "How did you not know that was Cam Spencer's brother?" They talked about it all season. Like, bro, I didn't hear nobody say nothing. Like I saw the games, I didn't hear nothing because most of the time I'm at work, my other gigs.
I'm really surprised you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
That's wild because they
didn't even know he had a brother at all.
They're twins, bro.
I didn't know that the other Spencer even existed. I ain't know who is that dude. I didn't know he existed at all.
Is it Pat Spencer? Is that his name?
Somebody like that. That sounds like a white guy. It sounds like that. What that guy's name is?
Pat and Cam.
Right. Right. Cameron and Patrick.
Cameron and Patrick.
Did you see that thing where it said that I don't want to get shadow banned by YouTube for this for hate mongering? But did you see that that post on Facebook that said white people will name their dogs Robert Patrick and name their kids Rocket and Scooter. Rocket and Buster. Rocket.
Rocket. That's good. That's really good.
Oh man, dog have a full first and middle name.
Full name. Yeah.
Sean Anthony.
Sean Anthony.
The kid's name is Scooter.
Scooter and
Dusty.
Shout out to the Dusties and the Scooters and the Rockets and the
Rockets of the world. Oh man. But yeah, bro. Shout out to Jaylen Wells for sure. But I've been watching games, bro. I've been watching playoff games, and I've really been. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is looking like the league I love. This is looking like the league I grew up on, man. My love affair with basketball is coming back. Watching these playoffs, man. So many good players in the league, man. And I say this all the time. I appreciate the guys like the Steph Currys, the Kevin Durant's, the LeBron James. I appreciate those guys. And their era seems to be coming to an end. And I saw a post that was talking about the guys that are kind of in that era. They're about to be phased out of the league, right? They're in their twilight, right?
Right.
And I appreciate what those guys did. Then I see the guys like the Donovan Mitchells, right? The Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders, right? The John Morants, the Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
All these guys who are coming up in the wings behind them. Jason Tatum's, all those guys who are coming up. The point guard for the Lakers, the Jalen Brunsons of the world, right?
Yeah.
He's earned a name for me. I'm putting my Shaquille O'Neal. Right,
you need to. He's earned a name.
Jalen Brunson, you earned your whole name from
G7 classified.
But yeah, anyway, but like I just feel I love like these games have been freaking amazing, bro. Like just absolutely incredible playoff games, right? And Halliburton, the things that I say about him, like I still think he's very overrated, right? But the big shots that dude has made to put them up 2-0, and Donovan Mitchell carrying that team on his back, and then man, it's just been just Knicks Boston series is insane, like you know what I mean? And
it's insane.
All those, it's just been really good series, bro. And we're seeing this Oklahoma City team who they beat us by 50-something, and people say, well, the Grizzlies don't belong in the playoffs, right?
Right.
And then he said, okay, bro, I got 2 more for you because I'm about to take the team was NBA champions a couple years ago, and I'm about to 40-piece their ass too after they lost the first game. And I told y'all, Oklahoma City is not going to lose another game in that series. They're going to beat the hell out of the Denver again tonight.
You think so?
They're going to be out in that thin air, beating the shit out of Denver at home, maybe on the road. But it's just, and I said all that to say this, man. Watching the playoffs, and shout out to my guy Chris Harrington, man, who's one of the great orators of expressing thoughts, expressing information and opinion. Right, I'm watching him today on Grits and Grind. What's my guy's name?
Keith Parrish.
Keith Parrish's show, right? I'm watching him on Keith Parrish's show. And I'm laughing at Keith Parrish because Keith is trying to get Chris to co-sign his negativity. Chris is like, no, bro, I'm not where you are. Like, he's like, don't you think? Like, no, I don't think that. Like, Chris said, he just kept trying to pull Chris to the dark side with him. And like, Chris was just not going, bro. But anyway, I'm watching Chris Harrington today on Keith Parrish's show. And Chris, what did Chris say? He said, I don't think the Grizzlies are as far away as people may think they are. He said, "Now what? Far away from what? Like you're talking about championship? Yeah, they're not as good as Oklahoma City. That's who I think is going to win the championship, and easily. I think they're easily going to win the championship. I would not be surprised if Oklahoma City loses maybe 1 or 2 more games the rest of these playoffs, right? But they're nowhere close to that team. But that's the team that's a 68 win team for a reason, bro. Like 68 games.
They're historically good. Historically, yeah.
Then we're not talking about a team, a Golden State team that had prime KD, prime Steph Curry, prime Draymond Green, prime Klay Thompson. KD went on that team. That team won 73 games, right? This team won 68, right? 68 games, bro. That team, and I think that we're going to be talking about them being one of the greatest teams of all time by the time the season is over. Nobody wants to give them those props now, but I'm giving them those props now. The Oklahoma City team is good as hell, bro. I don't think we're anywhere near those guys, right? I think they've done everything perfectly over the years. They had a ton of draft picks. That team had draft misses too, man. A lot of people talk like the Thunder just kept nailing picks. They missed a lot of picks, bro. Prime example, they traded Brandon Clark to us for a dude who's not even in the league. I can't remember his name. Tall, super lanky dude. Not the extremely lanky dude. There was a black guy they had that came from can't remember what school. No, he was. I don't know. I can't remember the kid's name, but he's not. He played maybe 3 years for him. He's out. They've had some draft mistakes. Is what I'm trying to say. But
Darius Baisley.
Baisley, yeah, Baisley. Yeah. They traded BC for him, but they've made mistakes, but they've nailed on a lot of guys. Right. They've trusted guys that were just some guys, trash heap dudes that they got, trusted in them, gave them responsibility, developed them. They're good players on that team.
Yeah,
they picked a insane level coach. He's a really good coach. You traded Paul George for, SGA, all those type of things, right? That team is just built well. They don't have the big name, household name wings like the Knicks have, but they've got some really good, super versatile wings on that team, right? I think that Thunder team is really good. I don't think you're anywhere near them.
They got Josh Hart on steroids, Lou Dort. They got
exactly, bro. They've got the other Canadian madman defender, but he ain't as crazy as Dylan Brooks. Right. He ain't gonna take 30 shots, in Lou Dort. Lou Dort is a tremendous piece to have on the team, right?
He would be the perfect fit for the Grizzlies.
Oh my God.
At the 2 guard.
Culture wise and everything. And that same move that he did on Ja, we'd be defending the hell out of it, just like Oklahoma City fans are doing. It'd be the same shit. But I don't think you're anywhere near that team. I think that team is out of here, bro. That's the next dynasty in the NBA, in my opinion. But how far are we from the Houstons of the world? If we beat Golden State in the play-in game, would we have beaten Houston? Even with the injuries we had, would we have beaten them in the 7-game series? How far away from this Asian Golden State team? This guy, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler couldn't even make it 6 months till he started being weird. Jimmy at least gives you a year and a half most of the time before the weird shit come out. Jimmy's already a weirdo. He's already.
What did he do?
He wasn't trying to take over last night. He wanted no part of being playoff Jimmy. He was like, no, I played the right way, and if I scored 40, he was like, man, go score 40, bro.
They need you.
Yeah, we ain't got stuff, bro. Go get 40. How far are we from that? Denver has Jokic, sure. They have the best player in the world, but we're seeing them get smashed by the Thunder as well. How far are we from them? That team they don't have a lot of pieces on that team. That team needs a lot of stuff that Denver team does, even though they're good. How far are we from the Lakers? LeBron is going to be 41, 42 next year. That team doesn't have a big. I think if we have a good summer this year, man. If Zach Kleiman does the things he needs to do, which isn't a lot of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
If he does the stuff he needs to do for this team, and Isolo knows how to steer the ship, I see us being right back in the hunt and being a good team in the West. I see us finishing in the top 4. I see if health and all those things go the way we see those things going, I see us being right back in the hunt with a lot of these teams. Because I've seen some really kind of disappointing things out of some teams that we've kind of crowned to be good. Why isn't Minnesota beating the hell out of Golden State right now? You know what I mean? Why? They don't have Steph Curry. Jimmy's not really, answering the bell. I know Ant got hurt last night. He came back and played. Why isn't Minnesota? Because if in that situation, if that was Oklahoma City playing against Golden State and Steph Curry went out, they would have beat them dudes by 30. They would have came down from 20 and won by 30. You know what I mean? They would have ran those dudes out of there. So I think Oklahoma City Thunder are way away from us. But I am not the guy who thinks that we're just some bottom of the West team. I think that we just changed a few things on this team, we're right back in the hunt. And I think that we're right back looking like we could be. And my thing is too, shout out to my boy Chris Harrington. I'm not the championship or bust dude, bro.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of the grit and grind Grizzlies, and them dudes ain't did nothing. They had that one run where they went to the conference finals when everybody was hurt in the West. Just like that 21-22 team benefited from a lot of teams being hurt in the West, right? The Grizzlies. I just want things to be fun, bro. I want us to be a competitive team that I feel like can go toe-to-toe with pretty much anybody except for the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? Like, I want us to be a good freaking team, bro. I just want to have a fun season. Like, I don't have – like, this season started off looking like it was going to be a fun season, and it got snatched out from under us, right? The season got really weird really fast. So, I think that – I don't think we're far from it, bro. I think that if Kleiman does the things he needs to do this summer, I think, we'll be fine. Now, the question is he going to do –
What are those things? Number one, what are those things? Number two, like you look at the Grizzlies roster, there's got to be somewhere like a kind of a meeting in the middle of like it's not that they're not there with Oklahoma City. I think that's a fair statement to make.
Yeah.
They are not at the level of a Oklahoma City, but they're also not like Washington or Charlotte.
Right. No, we ain't nowhere near that.
It wasn't that embarrassing.
Bro, we're not Sacramento, bro. You know what I mean? We're not even those mid-tier teams. We were in the play-in this year. We're not a play-in level team, bro. That we totally fell out the map this at the end of the season. We're not the 8th seed in the West. That's not who we were. I think we're closer to, somewhere between 2 and 5. I think that's where we are, even with the stuff we had going on this year.
How much does Zach Kleiman's decision to name Tomas Isolo the head coach of the Memphis Grizzlies this early on, before the playoffs are even done, how much of that plays into like what you're talking about in terms of making some of those decisions that get the Grizzlies right back to where we think they can be in terms of contention?
Yeah. I talked to Jason and John about this on their show a few minutes ago. And I think that the walking hand in hand, lock and step, walking through the flower patch, I think that's back. I think that Kleiman and Isolo are going to be on one page. I think that the personnel moves will be made based off Isolo's recommendations of how he wants to run things on his team. I think the fact that Isolo is coach means that there's the Ja Morant trades will be laughed at because I think that he's the coach that was built for a Ja Morant type of offense led team. I think that hiring him now gives him the opportunity to go ahead and be planning on what he's going to do for next season. How he wants to figure out the great mystery, bro. How do you get Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. to be on the same page, right? How do you get those two guys to do something that looks formulated to be beneficial for both of those guys to work together so they can look like a unit, right? So how can they be your Stockton and Malone or whatever for the Grizzlies? How do you make a defensive scheme where you're not giving up the three-pointer so bad and you're able to – your point of attack defense is a big thing. I know he's a big guy on point of attack defense, right? So I think all those things are going to come into play in the offseason. I think the fact that he's here now makes those things a lot easier to do. And, man, I believe we got the news Friday. They didn't make a decision Friday to hire Tomas Isolo. No. I'm sure that Tomas Isolo was Jeremy, I need you to work on this over the summer. And I think I know I'm sounding kind of Count Chocula, but I was trying to go fitness.
Is that your Finnish accent? That was good.
I was trying for fitness, but it came out as Count Chocula. But whatever.
Count Chocula.
Gigi, I need you to get into the gym and don't break your feet this year. Zachary. Your hands are like stone. I need you to chisel them. I need you to chisel your fingers. And put rubber tips on your fingers, man, over the summer.
I need you to get into the gym and work out. I need you to lift a lot of weight. Jaylen, go get braided. Get your swag. Let me ask you this.
Braid up the afro, Jaylen.
How much of – so we've talked about what things need to happen here for them to be right back to where we feel like the Grizzlies can be. One of those things was hiring Tomas Isolo early, right? Like, there again – the culture, and you mentioned this months ago on the air, and I don't think anybody really picked up on it. You had a whole episode entitled, "Are Zach Kleiman and Taylor Jenkins on the same page?"
And
right?
nobody wanted to agree with me.
And nobody wanted
no,
to,
bro, something ain't right. I
not
told y'all
even
something
that.
wasn't right.
Not even nobody wanted to agree with you. Nobody wanted to talk about it,
Yeah.
right? Like nobody even wanted to discuss it. It's clear now that they were not on the same page.
Yeah.
And so moving into this offseason, like you said, those walking in the flower fields hand in hand, working together,
back, bro.
collaborative effort is back, right?
Hey.
Like it is back.
Jenkins, Climate said, man, I've been crushing on you, man, for 2 years, bro.
Yeah.
I finally got that date with my crush, man. It's here.
You got my date. Now let's make it legit.
Yeah, for sure.
For better or worse, right? Like
Yeah.
that's where they're at, because this decision to hire Tomas Islo is literally Zach Kleiman putting his job on the line, right? Like, because if this doesn't work, then it's over, I think, for Zach Kleiman. I think Para moves on. So then I guess my next part of it is, how much is it the natural progression of the young guys? Jaylen, Zach, Gigi, Vince, Cam Spencer, if you will, the dog, the Cam Spencer. Like, how much
I think Cam Spencer is a Rottweiler.
He's a Rottweiler, bro. How much of their natural progression from playing an entire rookie season to now being in third year, second year, how much of their natural progression of being in the league, getting the training and development that they need, how much is that going to play into this? Because I have a feeling that these guys are going to, I think Zach and Jaylen are going to have years next year that are going to be really good. Really good.
I'm with you, man. I started laughing thinking about Zach Kleiman saying something like, I think Cam Spencer will bite the shit out of a gorilla.
Give me 100. You give me 100 Cam Spencers.
Cam Spencer, we could beat a whole army of gorillas.
A whole army. Give me 100 gorillas or 100 Cam Spencers. I'll take 100 Cam Spencers.
Give me 100 Cam Spencer. I'm telling you, I know Project Pat said he was a gorilla on a hoe, but God damn it, Cam Spencer. I mean, what would he be on a hoe?
Oh, wow.
No, man. No, but seriously, bro, like how okay, bro, like I sat there and watched the Thompson twins be mentally ready for the playoffs their first year, right?
Yeah.
In their first time in the playoffs, second year in the league. Now, I'm not saying that Jaylen Wells is like an uber elite athlete like those alien ass twins are, but I would not be shocked if Jaylen Wells is ready to compete in the playoffs next year on a high level, right? There are guys who aren't high athletic guys who are able to compete. I would not be surprised if Zach Edey looks way better and way ready to compete next year than he did this year. Gigi Jackson will be better next season, man. Like it's almost impossible for his season to go as bad as it went last year, right?
Yeah.
Like I think that if I think Gigi has to have a very focused summer and have a humbling summer, man. Like I think Gigi really felt like, man, I'm gonna be that dude this year. Like I really felt like coming to last season, he really thought, man, I'm really finna be that dude. Like I was putting up some crazy numbers on this team. I was gonna be Ja too. I was gonna be my boy. Hey, Ja, it's gonna be me and you, big dog. And they was like, no, bro, it's not gonna be you. Go sit your ass down and come in and play defense and hit these shots in the corner. And I think that reality kind of shook Gigi up. But I think if he's more prepared, he'll understand that, yes, you might not have been the big four, right? You might have been the fourth man in the big four, but you can beat Jaylen Wells, who actually was the fourth man in the big four, but that wasn't his intention. He just came out there playing hard defense, knocking down threes, and he kind of became that fourth man.
He earned that. He earned that spot, right?
Yeah, and so Gigi's got to understand, man, nothing's given to you in this league, and you just got to fight your ass off, work your ass off to be that dude, man, for sure. But,
I have a question for you.
He's got to get healthy, and he's got to get his mind right as far as it goes.
Brevin Knight has been talking about this on the Night Court podcast for a while. But one of the things that they did a few weeks ago, they did Rob and Brevin did their mock exit interviews and what the Grizzlies players need to do, what they need to work on. You know what? He gave an idea about Gigi Jackson. I wanted to get your thoughts on. And you're more than welcome.
I know he said something cold. What did he say?
You're more than welcome to disagree. It's a wild statement, though. He said, Rob asked him, what are your thoughts on, what do you want Gigi's role to be next year? And he said, I want him to be a more athletic, a more dynamic John Conchar.
I can see that. But you know what that is, though?
What's that?
You know what a more athletic, more dynamic John Conchar is?
What's that?
It's whatever you're trying to make Santi to be.
Right. Right.
For real. That's what that is.
That's 100% what that is. Yeah.
Because in a perfect situation, man, if GG works his ass off, is he gonna be a high level defender next year? Probably not. But if I've got 7 foot power forward, 7'4" center, can I just be in the way?
Can I just
kind of hold? Can I just hold my man at bay a little bit?
Can I
just kind of
Can I make him turn 3 times or 2 times? Can I shut part of the lane down? Can I just push him to where my 7'4" monster is, wherever Jaren Jackson Jr. is? Like, rebound.
I agree with that, because if that guy, if GG is super John Conchar, like, that's a pretty good damn player, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Got a question in the comments, in the Face Sports Ball and Brawl podcast. I'm gonna say this, my man. I've never heard of your podcast. You might be new. You might be a vet. You might be killing it. But salute to you, my brother. I don't know you.
Yes,
but I'm telling you, because of that, man. Keep doing your thing, brother.
Salute, bro.
Power to the Potters, my man.
The independent Potters, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Power to the people, man. Power to the Potters, my boy. Message me on Twitter, and I'll follow you back, my guy. In the Face Sports Ball and Brawl podcast. So they just be arguing on that. Just be arguing, man.
Balling and brawling, baby. In the face, in your face, balling and brawling, baby.
Hey, like Kenyon Martin and Nick Young was yesterday. Man, Kenyon Martin is a clown, bro. Man, get out of here, bro. That man gets on my nerves so bad, bro. Nick Young just trying to live, man. You hear Nick Young say Kenyon Martin looked like he about the age of Popovich? Anyway, his question is, should we pursue a vet or two? This window isn't wide open. Yes, they should.
Yes. Yeah.
If they add anything to the roster, it's going to have to be a vet. In today's NBA, man, what we call vets isn't the same.
Yeah.
Back in the day, adding a vet with some dude who was 31, 32. Today's NBA, a vet is 25. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's so, they probably will have to do that if they add anybody. And I think they're going to add somebody, man. Whether that's via trade.
There's too much smoke. There's too much smoke out there, man. Too much smoke.
Or through free agency. Yeah. And to the second part of his question, he says the window isn't wide open. Depending on what window you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you're talking about a championship window, it might have never been open. but if you're talking about a really fun, good competitive team for the next 10, 15 years that we all take pride in, like those grit and grind teams, I think that window is pretty long as Ja Morant is here in the city and the best player on your team. But yeah, I think that's pretty much a foregone conclusion. That's another thing too, man. I think that Zach Kleiman did make some mistakes this season.
Yes.
But I don't think he's a dumb GM. I think he realizes where he is and where he has to go and the things he has to do. And people say we haven't seen him be active. That's not really true at all. We saw him be active for 2 straight off seasons, 1920. The summer coming into that year and the summer after that, they were active in both of those years. I think he's had some arrogance issues, some pride issues that stopped him from doing certain things and making him feel like he can trust his drafting over anything. But I think he realizes things he has to do. And then, like I said, too, man, because of his age, because of the way he came into the game, he wasn't an agent, he wasn't a former player. He was literally a lawyer that was hired into this position. It takes years to get that level of respect, especially when your team came out firing all cylinders and looking really good really early. Teams ain't trying to help you. Teams like,
they're not going to help you. Yeah.
They ain't trying to help you. Yeah, so he's going to have to overcome those type of things. But I do think he sees the same problems that we see, and I think that he's going to do those things to try to make things happen. I think that's a foregone conclusion. They're going to get a little older this year. They kind of have to.
I think this season has humbled him to a degree. You've heard it.
For sure.
You heard it in his exit interview, kind of a shook Zach Kleiman, right?
Where he was the powder was on the menu.
He had a little bit of a pale face. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think his arrogance got in the way of him with this whole Taylor Jenkins thing. I don't think that you can mishandle a cultural, like a franchise-wide culture issue the way that he did and expect it to go well, right? Like, and expect it to all just be good, right? Like, it went terribly for him,
right?
And it was his decisions that made it happen that way, right? Like,
let me say this too. Shout out to my guy NK, who says he's not dumb but extremely arrogant. I agree, which has led to him keeping some guys too long. I wish he would study Presti. He came in as a really young GM too, but I will say this: it's easy to talk about how good Sam Presti has been in his run. He has been. I'm not saying he has been. He's been one of the best GMs out there. But if you go look at Oklahoma City fans, if you just really look at the Oklahoma City situation, they made some missteps over there as well.
Yes,
man. They made some bad trades, bad signings, bad draft picks, like those things. There was some really bad. They've had so many first round picks that they were able to overcome some of the misses, but they've had some bad misses that were relatively high in the draft as well. Ours just felt so bad because we didn't really have a ton of picks to have, and if you're losing them, and then we made trades to get extra picks, and then we didn't hit those picks. Right. So they've had some missteps over there too. But yeah, I definitely agree. It's definitely arrogance more so than dumbness. But he's got to figure those things out, man. He's got to figure those things out for sure. And if you really look at it, their path really isn't too much off of ours because the way that they built that team up until this summer, this is the first summer they went out and got guys. Like they went out and got 2 really good players from another team. You know, they signed one and they made a trade for the other. That was the first year they really did those type of things. But their path really isn't really as different as ours. We just ain't hit on certain things like they have, right? And also the fact that SGA plays 70-something, 80 games.
70-something. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Hasn't been able to play those. And then we decided this year, hey, let's just not let Ja be good. Like that was a collective decision between Taylor Jenkins and somebody. Hey, let's make Ja worse. Like let's just.
Well, and let's not forget, Kleiman and Presti both have one Executive of the Year award. It's not like Presti's like it's not like Presti's like he's been in the game since 2007 with Seattle Supersonics, right? Like that's when he became general manager for them. It's not like I mean
Presti passed on some dudes too. I want to say that he took I can't think who when he took what's the kid the freaky dude that he traded to Chicago for
freaky dude.
I mean, it was dudes after him in the draft that were better than that dude. You know what I mean? Like he's had some misses. I can't really think of these dudes' names because they were bums, but he's had some first round bums that he's drafted on that team, man. Like for sure. But like I said, he's really good for sure. But like I said, I think that Kleiman realizes the issue, and I think he's got enough of a brain to go do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
But that's it, man. We're about to take a break. When we come back, man, we're going to talk about just the rest of these playoffs, how these things are looking, maybe some University of Memphis stuff as well. And, we'll wrap this thing up when we come back with more of the Anthony Sain Show. See you guys in a minute.
The Grizzlies make it official. They are sticking with Tomas Isalo as their head coach. Boy, I better get that down. Tomas Isalo.
There you go.
Tomas Isalo. But the problem is, that's pretty good, but the problem is every time I say it, I have to stop before I say it. Well, the Grizzlies today made a move as Tomas Isalo announced that
like a twitch that kicks
in. I mean, it's kind of rough. But Tomas gets the job. We got to start calling him Coach T.I. How's that?
That's what we definitely got to call him that.
Coach T.I. Coach T.I. gets the head coaching job, and I don't think a shock.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
My biggest fear, honestly, Christian, moving forward, is that I feel like this is becoming a David Jones situation. And another person that I would say is kind of becoming like is a Lester Quinones type of situation. I did a few interviews with Lester during that time period after he made his decision to stay in the draft. He told me the reason why he stayed in the draft is because he was guaranteed a draft pick.
I don't know why guys still fall for that.
And guess what? They did not. Can't hate on the kid for this, but his dream is to play in the NBA. Right. And if given the option, he would play in the NBA next year instead of playing in college basketball. I'm afraid that what's going to happen is that there's going to be some level of conversation where he's promised a spot and then he'll be languishing in the G League for a couple of years instead of come back, play another year of NCAA basketball, making multi-millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain show, man. Just wanted to let y'all know that sometime next week, probably for next Friday show, y'all gonna get a little announcement, man. I may announce it on Twitter right before the show airs, but yeah, we got a major announcement for y'all. Excuse me, man. Got a little reflux over here. Man, my stomach been messed up bad this week too, man. I went to the store and bought this concoction I saw on TikTok. Prune juice, apple juice, and butter. They say you take that, it's gonna clear you out. Because I need it, man. My stomach's been feeling like a washing machine.
Wait a second. Prune juice, apple juice, and butter.
Mix them just up and put them in the microwave and warm it up a little bit and drink it. They said that mess had you, man, flushed all the way out. Cause man, my stomach been feeling like a washing machine with dryer with shoes in it, man, for real. Like I just feel off bad, a real bad headache yesterday. Like, man, I just need to clear my system out, bro. But yeah, so I'm doing that soon. Immediately when I get off the show, I'm going in with that, man. But
wait, you haven't? Can you take a video? I need to see a video of you preparing.
Video of me taking the shit? Oh, no.
No.
I got you, man.
No.
What kind of freaky stuff is this guy on, man? But no, man. Speaking of clearing y'all system, man, the Oklahoma City Thunder about to get this bullshit ass Denver team up out of here. And I told y'all, man, I said, bro, them folks are not losing again.
I don't know,
bro, them folks got. I don't know why y'all want to downplay this historically good team, man. The Thunder are freaking good, and I just hope to God that they don't think they need to go get better and bring KD back or go get Giannis. I just hope nothing like that happens because they do just shut down the NBA, bro. Like them dudes are good, bro. Like, and that's exactly how I want the Grizzlies to be built. I want the Grizzlies to have multiple long defenders on their team, bro, who could just knock you down, lock you down, and knock down some threes, and we'll be. That is how the team needs to be built. I don't care what they need to do it. They need to get more guys like that. But Oklahoma City Thunder versus Denver Nuggets, that game is tonight. I predict that the Oklahoma City Thunder will win again. I think they'll win handily in Denver. Thin air altitude, my ass. Them boys about to bust y'all ass again. They just beat y'all by 50. It's coming again, bro.
That 50-point or that 40-point game felt more like an outlier than the first game.
Kenny, them folks that's what the first game would have been if they hadn't played our sorry ass around before. If the Thunder had an actual real playoff series the first round and didn't get whatever the hell we gave their ass and then had a week off bullshit, they would have beat Denver like that the first game too, bro. And that first game, they was up on them. Then they started bullshitting. Denver hung around, and it took a fucking mathematical anomaly to win. They ain't getting that no more, bro. And they was up 20 in the first quarter, Kenny.
I feel you. My thing is like what you saw, what that first game showed me is that yes, Oklahoma City is historically good. They're a fantastic ball club. Mm-hmm. But when things get real tough in the fourth quarter, when things
might not get tough again.
When they get if Denver can keep it close.
Yeah,
Mark Daigneault absolutely shut the bed in that game.
But did he really, bro? He fouled up threes. Like, if Chet had to hit one on free throws, he wouldn't be talking about none of this. Like, he missed 2 free throws, bro.
I understand that.
Russell Westbrook kicked the ball out to a guy that's not even a good 3-point shooter. He knocks down a 3. They win by 2. Come on, bro. Some perfect shit happened in that game.
I'm just telling you, like, what concerns me about Oklahoma City is in the playoffs when things get grimy.
It's got to get there, though.
It's got to get there. That's true.
They won the last game by 43. No, they never got grimy.
But Denver never.
The grimiest part was a tip-off.
From the beginning, Denver looked like they couldn't care less about it. They got one and got out. They got one and we're like, whatever, bro. Like, send us back to Denver.
Next time we record this show, we'll know because I think it's going to be 3-1. I think it's going to be 3-1. But yes, by the time we recording the show, I think it's going to be 3-1.
But you imagine what, like, as crazy as this sounds, imagine if Oklahoma City gets into the because I think whoever wins that Golden State Minnesota series, I think whatever Denver or Oklahoma City, they're going to smoke whatever team comes out of that series, the Golden State.
Oh yeah,
Minnesota.
Yeah, they getting smacked.
Going to the finals. Let's just imagine, just because I think Boston could still win that series, but let's just imagine it's the Knicks against Oklahoma City.
It's gonna be good.
Oh, can they handle Can they handle the dogs that New York Knicks have? Can they handle that?
You got Mikal Bridges, a dude whose mouth look like he got a mouthpiece in his mouth and don't got no mouthpiece in his mouth.
Right.
Ugly ass. Hey.
Just like his
I just realized this season that he's not wearing a mouthpiece.
Right.
He just got a funny ass mouth, bro. But no, all jokes aside, Boston is another team, man. If they turn that shit on,
dude, Boston,
they can win both of these games in New York, bro.
Boston's offense is broken.
I think they're done. I think the Knicks are gonna beat them.
So.
But I would not be surprised if Boston goes crazy and we're 2-2 going back to Boston. Like I can see that too.
Dude,
I can see them want to win both of these games.
They have taken 100 3-point shots in 2 games and are shooting 25% from the 3-point line.
The folks putting up job numbers for 3. Minus the grenade.
Minus the grenade. I mean, Boston, you don't go in and just fundamentally change your offense in the middle of a series to like get back to where you need to be.
They need.
I don't see Boston coming back from this.
I'm gonna say this. I've always thought that if Boston won, even if they won the championship again, that they're breaking that thing up because the money they're spending in taxes is egregious.
And can I tell you what?
If they break up, I know who needs to be calling them.
I know who
I'm
want.
on the phone.
You know who I'm calling
Jaylen
about?
Brown. Jaylen Brown.
You know who else? Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, the big 3. I have a whole new big 3 in this biatch.
A whole new big 3, baby.
Yeah, I know I love Jaren, but hey. For Jaylen Luther King, for JLK in Memphis, but it's living close to the Civil Rights Museum, shit. It's a matchup made in heaven. Jaylen Luther King in Memphis? Oh, come on, man.
Woo! I'll be making phone calls tomorrow.
Hey, if Boston wants to break that up, I'm on the phone.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Hey, you want some cap relief? I got a dude who's on a $20-something million deal. They ain't got to sign a new one until next year.
NK saying the same thing. We're all thinking the same too. Jaylen and Drew, baby. Oh my God. Oh my God.
NK, who are you on Twitter, fam? Just slide in the DM. Let me give you a follow, man. Anybody who's showing love in the comments, gotta make sure I fool with you in real life, man.
Yeah, that's right.
In Twitter life. I bet I want to hang out with you, but
in Twitter life, yeah. Show you some love in the Twitter life. But no,
Twitter friends for sure.
If Oklahoma City comes out tonight and they beat up on Denver again in Game 3 in Denver, it's over, right? Like
double-digit win tonight in Denver is what I'm predicting.
That's what you're predicting.
Yes, double-digit win in Denver.
Okay, all right. What about
I've seen Oklahoma City get up on 20 by these dudes twice in 2 straight games. It was up by 40 the other night. What makes me think they ain't gonna get up on them? They've done it in every game, even the game that Denver had that miraculous finish. They were up by 20 in that game, so I think they're gonna do it again.
So you heard the rumors about DeAndre Hunter and they're playing tonight. I think
they bust. I think they slick might come back and bust Indiana's ass in that series.
If DeAndre and Evan Mobley and Darius Garland, because they all were in the shoot around today.
Yeah.
Shams reported that they were all participants in the shoot around.
Yeah.
If they get their 3 dudes back like that, and they have Donovan Mitchell, who honestly, bro, is
going crazy,
probably my top 3 favorite player in the whole league. I love Donovan Mitchell.
I ain't Devin Walker. We hear you, bro.
I love you. Don't like that. You like that. You like Donovan.
I used to hate Donovan Mitchell, but I like him better now than I did. I used to. I like him now though. He's a dog for sure. He's a dog for sure. He's who y'all think Desmond Bain is.
Cleveland down 0-2. Tyrese, your favorite player, Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh man, bro, there's nothing that's gonna make me like that dude. Man, this is the most front running. I don't give a damn, bro. He's so maybe they'll run another poll. Get your little ugly voice ass, Kermit the Frog sound ass out here. Get your ass out here, bro.
All right, so
I have other reasons. I have other reasons why I don't like Halliburton. I'll say those off the air though, but no, he's a clown to me. But
all right, so who wins tonight? You got OKC winning tonight.
OKC's gonna win.
Cleveland, Indiana.
If Cleveland's healthy, if they win this game, I think they win the series. I think if they can win this one, they lose this one, they're down 3-0. But I think if they win this one, I think whatever teams win tonight win the whole series. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
If Denver shows that they can beat Oklahoma City, Oklahoma City ain't bullshitting like they was Game 1.
Right.
Denver will mess around and beat them for. But yeah.
So last night, the Warriors and Timberwolves played. Warriors obviously without Steph Curry, he's going to be out probably game 2, 3, and 4 at minimum, right? If he can get back from that hamstring injury. The Warriors,
the Warriors got so many no-name ass dudes on that team, bro.
They really do.
Like somebody said, he said the NBA guys really gave the Warriors a chance to start a reset on their dynasty while they still had Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and they drafted a bunch of bums.
I saw that tweet today.
I was like, they did though, man. The folks could have had Halliburton. They could have had all kinds of dudes, bro. They could have drafted. Like they totally blew those drafts like all together.
So the Timberwolves came. They smoked them last night, beat them by damn near what is it? 24 points last night. Series tied 1-1. I wanted to ask you, have you seen the Draymond Green comments from last night?
Yeah, I didn't even know what their brother was talking about. I didn't know the context of it. Didn't feel like looking at the context of it, but I saw he was going off and something about being an angry black man or something. I had no idea what he was talking about.
So he pulled again, kind of that same move that he makes, like when someone's crowding him. Who was it? Nas Reed got up into his space, fouled him. Nas Reed fouled him. They called the foul, and he like kind of did a herky jerky motion and brought his elbows up and clocked him in the ear, got him in the ear.
Right.
They called a technical foul, a dead ball technical foul on Draymond Green, which means he's got 5 in these playoffs now, and I think 7 is when you get suspended. So everybody's, then he got pissed off and went off on everybody, was going like, Tony Brothers, everybody. Steph tried to come off the bench and calm him down. Draymond wasn't feeling it. And then basically Steve Kerr had to pull him out the game, bring Jimmy in just to get him off the court because he was, he said I could tell he was gone. Well, Draymond came out today and said, man, I'm tired of the narrative. Said it feels like every time anything happens on the court, they're trying to basically anything that happens, there's an agenda on him that they always go and look at the foul, look at the situations, and they're basically trying to make him out to be an angry black guy.
He's making himself out to be an angry black guy. Like, dude, the stuff that he gets away with, like, shut up, man. Like, you can't be for real. Like, look at the stuff that you actually get away with all the damn time. Like, you can't be for real. You can't. Yeah. You seriously can't be for real. Yeah.
It feels like to me it's almost the same lines. The narrative that happened in that first series, the Warriors versus the Rockets, when Steve Kerr and Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry and all those guys came out and they started talking about the thumb situation with Steph, and we're like trying to pretend like the Houston Rockets were doing something that was against the code. Basically.
They're supposed to. Don't play then. Like, don't get out there, bro. Like, if you hurting like that, don't get out there, bro. Like, get out of my face. Like, teams are going to be rough with Ja Morant. And it's not like I always talk about the show Laugh Olympics, showing my age, aging myself. There was this Hanna-Barbera cartoon called Laugh Olympics, right? Where it was a Scooby-Doo team, the Scooby-Doo team. Who's the other team? It was Scooby-Doo is a Yogi Bear team, and there was the Really Rottens. It was all the villains of Hanna-Barbera, right? It was like a fake Olympics show. It was supposed to be based on the whole the sports competition with the stars thing they used to do back in the 80s, right? That cartoon was based off of it. But they would show that the Really Rottens would always win the event. Then they would show the replay, and they were doing something super dastardly.
The Really Rottens were doing something super dastardly.
You couldn't see what they were doing in real time, right? Like they might be unscrewing somebody's wheels from a bike or something, or pouring some oil on the ground and made somebody slip. But they would go back and watch the tape, and they found out they were cheating, right? What I'm trying to say is teams aren't pulling any really rotten type strategy and like, okay, I'm going to do this because I know I'm going to attack John's shoulder. I'm going to attack his ACL or whatever. They're not doing that, right? But they know that Ja, if we do something, we get rough with him, there's a good chance he's going to get hurt. Yeah. So teams are rough with Ja Morant. Like they're rough when they can be, right? But ain't nobody like y'all do the same shit coming to y'all, bro.
Let's not forget Gary Payton when Ja Morant had a messed up knee in that series against Golden State.
Gary Payton, the other one, the one that ain't there no more.
Oh, Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
pulled his kneecap, right? Like pulled his whole knee sideways. Yeah, like that's a. Ain't nobody freaking out about that. We got pissed off. Everybody else
got pissed off, but no, who cares, man? Don't get your ass out there. If your thumb is messed up like that, don't get out there, bro. Because they gon' pop your shit, bro. For real. Speaking of that, man. Speaking of that, before we wrap this joint up, man, have you ever heard the stories about OJ Mayo?
No.
But people say people said OJ Mayo. I either read this somewhere. I swear I read this somewhere. That OJ Mayo would wear his nails long. He would grow his nails out and would foul them down to a point and would be out there jabbing dudes who tried to play him too close.
Yeah.
Like so he could get his shit off. They say he would be out there. If you play him too close, he'd stab you with some sharp ass nails, bro. Like, man, what the prison is this, bro? What in the prison basketball is this, bro? But
Did you ever see that show? Did you ever see that show Oz?
Yeah, like what in the above the rim is this, man?
There's a guy in there who was getting harassed by
he stabbed him with something with a
fingernails.
Yeah,
he trimmed his finger. He cut his fingernails down. He made them grow long and then filed them down to points and then sliced it up.
Like they said OJ would do. I said OJ be sticking the shit out of dudes, bro. It said like when he tried to do his his 3 points, his triple threat or whatever. They said you ain't give him his space to get his shit off. He'd jab your ass with them joints. Like, damn, man, what the hell wrong with this dude?
I don't understand. Like, and I don't want to just dismiss what Draymond is saying, like outside of like, because I don't have his lived experience, right? Like, I do think that he has garnered a reputation in this league, rightfully so, of doing some real dirty stuff, right? And so he's going to be looked at and refereed in a way that's probably going to make him look bad. Like little silly things that he does are going to look worse because of his reputation. But again, it just feels like to me there's a level of manipulation that's happening in those conversations, right? Like, man, that what I guess the point is like he's not gonna like, hey, if you don't want to be accused of this agenda that I'm talking about with these white referees that are like giving me text for doing stuff, man.
When he gets away with so much shit, he sounds
you're making me out to be an angry black man. And it's like
maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I don't. Maybe I might be totally wrong. I probably need to watch it to get more context. But he just sounds crazy, in my opinion. Just from what I see. But this is my prediction for Draymond Green. I think that when he finally decides to stop playing basketball, you're either going to hear or not going to hear that he went and got some therapy for stuff he's got going on, like for real. I think he's got a lot of stuff that he's just kind of masking. He's clearly got some stuff that he needs to address, and I think he realized it. But I think it's kind of his Hulk power. I think he feels like if I wouldn't have got that deal with I won't be the same dude no more. But I think that once he's all said and done, you'll see Draymond go get his shit together, and rightfully so. Well, for Kenny Stubblefield, this is Anthony Sain. We will see you guys next week. Remember, next week is sometime. We got a big announcement we're going to make to you guys for sure. Some things you may be excited about. I'm going to be excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it as well. We'll make that announcement next week, and we will see y'all next time. Anthony Sain Show. See you guys whenever we see y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. Wednesday. We'll see you.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.